Hello, my name is Chaniya Sp. Have you ever felt like you needed to rush your process in life? Maybe you see your friends or someone close to you start driving before you, or maybe they started dating before you do. Either way, everyone has looked at someone else's strengths and has tried to meet up to those standards. Society has forced people to lose their patience for themselves and to rush their life processes, all because they wanted to be the first one to receive or gain than others around them. Whether we are incompetent or significantly skilled in certain areas, society views success as a competition of time. For several years, I have always struggled with rushing on tests, quizzes, or even projects because of comparison. As a result of rushing my process, I limited myself from reaching my highest potential, even with my intelligence. We all have times when we desire to be ahead of those around us. However, in the long run, the more we compare ourselves to others, the less growth we develop in our own lives. Today, I will share one example of the results of self comparison. First, I will explain the Aesop's fable, The Hare and the Tortoise, to demonstrate the significance of how slow and steady wins the race. Then, I will tell you my own story that relates to the fable that I shared with you. To start with, let's focus on the Aesop's fable, The Hare and the Tortoise. Aesop's story of the hare and the tortoise is a commonly known fable that has been taught in many schools for decades. As we're told by the website Aesop's Fables, retrieved on January 20th, 2023, Aesop tells of a tortoise and a hare who race each other to see who was the fastest. Clearly, anyone would think that the hare would win, considering that a tortoise is scientifically proven to be slower than a hare. However, the readers are proven wrong when the tortoise is the one who wins the race. In summary, Aesop's The Hare and the Tortoise shows us that many individuals rush their ways or routines, but they cannot fight or overcome their given nature. Following that unfortunate tale, let's look at a more relatable example. During my freshman year of high school, I was online for a semester due to the pandemic. It was very difficult because I was the only student and I was unable to stay engaged with the entire class. However, I had to go to my finals in person. When I started taking my tests, I noticed that people started finishing before I did. They were raising their hands, one after another, and I felt as if I was behind and slow because they were done before me. However, I took a deep breath and remembered it's not about speed, it's about precision. So I took my time and was the last to turn in my test. Minute after minute, hour after hour, I read each text and answered every question thoroughly. When the test session was over, I was the last to pack up and the last to leave the class. Right before I left, my English teacher pulled me to the side and told me that I received the highest grade in my class. My story may not be similar to the pace of my physical endurance, but it surely relates to the speed of life. As explained in Aesop's fable, and through the storytelling of my personal experience, comparing yourself to others will always keep you behind from being your best self. In the end, it doesn't matter how much time it takes for you to complete your task at hand. As long as you get it completed, you are succeeding, and that is all that matters. Thank you. Are there any questions?